93.5. I'm nowcast meteorologist Matthew Harding.
Hello, hello, Raleigh and surrounding areas. Hello, hello. Wow, we're doing something a little different today. We got some music to play for you. We're not gonna give you all of it right now.
A little teaser.
A little teaser. Just something. Just a little bit of something.
Loving the intro, by the way.
Woke up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, so we have a special guest in with us. We'll get back to that in just a second. Hey, it's Cameron McCarty. You are listening to RDU Live on Oak 93.5. Hey, it's Tuesday at 6 p.m. We're here for an hour, so let's lock in.
Let's do it.
We got a couple topics to go over. We got a guest in studio. I actually have some heat to drop out of Atlanta. Got some heat out of Atlanta, and that it's going to be a really, really good hour. So let's lock in, tune in. So in the studio with me today, I have a special guest. I'm going to try to say it right. Kamus Leonardo.
Say it again.
Camus. I was close. Camus Leonardo.
Yes, sir.
I'm Cameron, and now we got Camus. So
yes, Cam Squared.
Cam Squared.
Come on.
That's funny. I actually, that's funny you say that. I used to call myself that, Cam Squared.
Oh yeah.
But no, he's in studio with us today. Yes. He actually has that track we're gonna play in just a little bit for you.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna have a good show. How about that?
I'm ready. I'm ready to hear that heat from Atlanta too, man.
Oh yeah. Nice you say that. So, this is RDU Live, and we like to focus on what's going on in the RDU Triangle. But I had a artist, he hit me up out of Atlanta. He's trying to get his name out here, and he wants to, get his name across the world, if you want to say. And he thinks that our market is a good one. So we're gonna play that track in just a little bit, man.
I'm excited.
This show is gonna be jam packed. We got a lot to do.
I'm excited, man.
So one of the things I wanted to hit off at the top of the show, kind of like we did last week, is just some things that's going on in the area. And yesterday, I had the privilege of going to the Bull City Summit. It was over at Motorco Music Hall.
How was it?
It was good, man. It was good. And I actually didn't know much about it. I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah. And
I reached out to the organizers, and they said, hey, come by.
Right.
And basically, it's a concert series over a couple days. So yesterday was the kickoff. I think it goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
And literally, it's a concert series, and they're trying to promote local artists and that kind of deal. And like during the days. So the concerts are at night, but during the day, they have like panel discussions and for businesses and community.
So it's multifaceted.
It's multifaceted. It's cool.
Yeah.
And so last night when I went, I actually hooked up with or met one of the nonprofit organizations. I guess they're like a sponsor kind of deal. They're working with the Bull City Summit.
Gotcha.
And it's Families and Communities Rising. FCR, Families and Communities Rising.
Okay.
And they're based out of Durham, North Carolina. They're based out of Durham.
Shout out to Durham.
Shout out to Durham. Gotta keep.
Come on, Bull City.
Bull City.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But their organization basically helps young individuals and families, of course. They're trying to give out scholarships. They're trying to find aid. Underprivileged and kind of impoverished areas, helping to get meals on tables, just that whole gamut of things. And they're doing some really important work in the Durham area. I think it's Durham and Orange County, but they're based in Durham.
Right. It's needed.
Yeah, it's needed. That's one of the things, I kind of hit on it last week with the sanitation workers, but we all know inflation is real. We all know inflation is real. And in the Triangle especially, we're fortunate enough to be in RTP,
right,
and a thriving area. But when that, when it thrives that much, there's always the other end of the spectrum.
That's right.
And
that's right.
And that other end of the spectrum, we don't talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
and I'm so thankful that there are organizations out here
Yes.
that are putting in that kind of work.
Yeah.
And I told them I give them a shout out
Yes.
today
Well
because
deserved.
I really appreciate their conversation that they had with me, but then also just in general the work that they're doing in the community, and that is Families and Communities Rising. I actually spoke with
FCR, baby.
FCR. FCR is how they kind of go.
Yes.
I spoke with Terry David. He's like the president of the organization. Terry David.
Okay.
He's an NCCU graduate.
Oh,
so Bull City once again.
On. Shout out to the Eagles.
Yeah, he's an NCCU graduate, and had a really, really great conversation with him.
Yeah.
Over the course of the evening. So Families and Communities Rising. Big shout outs to you guys if
Yes.
you're in the listening area, or even if you're out of the area watching us online or whatever.
Right.
Make sure you go check them out. Families and Communities Rising. It's a nonprofit, so donations are always welcome. I'm not a representative, but I can tell you it's a nonprofit. Donations are always welcome.
Yeah. Thank you all for what you all do for the community and for the world as well, because it's definitely needed for sure.
For sure. So,
Yes.
hey, that was one of the topics I wanted to hit on.
Yeah.
We're about to get into my special guest here, and since we're in this little segue,
Okay.
don't forget we have the phone lines are open.
Oh,
The phone lines are open. The phone lines
Y'all
are
heard that?
The phone lines are
Whoever's
open
on
the whole
line.
show.
Okay.
Bro,
Whole
it's
show.
The whole show.
Okay.
It's open the whole show.
Let's talk
That's
to the people.
919-899-9305.
Ooh, you got that down pat.
I try.
Come on.
919-899-9305. If you're hearing something you want to talk about, there's something you want to talk about, or you're hearing some conversation that you want to get in on,
Please.
give us a call.
Please.
You know, we're always looking to broaden the conversation and see who we can talk to. So
Yes.
phone lines are open.
Yes.
Okay.
There you
So
are.
we got Kamus
Yep.
Leonardo sitting
Yep.
across from me right now.
Yes, sir.
And we've been kind of seeing each other online on Instagram and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he decided to come on the show with me. So once again, thank you.
No, first of all, thank you for what it is that you're doing. We had a brief introduction outside.
Yeah.
But just for what we were talking about as far as you going out and assessing the information, getting the game that's usually sold separately, right?
Yeah.
To apply it to not only for yourself, but for the community as well. And it's genuine work that you do. So I'm honored to be a part of this. So thank you.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. We're trying to put that work in, and we're trying to make it happen and give a platform. So since we're talking about platform, let's get into some music. Let's
Okay.
get into some music. So
I know a little something about that.
yeah. So before we get into yours that we're gonna dive deep into, I want to play this track out of Atlanta. So the artist is Jalen Jackson.
Jalen
Jackson.
Ooh.
He goes by, or if you find him on Instagram, official Jalen Jackson.
Okay.
He's a artist. He's a producer. He's a musician, man. I've been knowing him for a long time. It's actually my cousin.
Yeah.
I've been knowing him for a long time, and he is a phenomenal musician. He went to school for music, and now he's in some circles in Atlanta, really putting in work.
Yeah.
Really putting in producer work, and now over the past couple of years, he's kind of turned that corner into being an artist himself.
Yes.
And so this track, I think he just released it last week. So it's pretty new.
Fresh.
Yeah, it's pretty new. So this will be the first time on the airwaves in RDU. I'm so proud to be able to say that.
Anybody with 4 syllables in their name are great.
Oh,
Jalen Jackson, Michael Jackson.
Before we get
Michael
this track, I
Jordan.
think somebody just tried to call in. So let's see what we got here.
Okay, let's do it. Uh-oh.
Let's see if I answered that correctly. If you're on the phone line, can you hear me?
Hello? Who is that?
Hey, I think I heard somebody on the phone line. Is it Caleb, maybe?
Caleb. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Caleb?
What's up, man?
I was like, who is that on the phone? Hello, is this Kamus?
So who do we have on? Who do we have on?
Let him know, Caleb.
Hey, my name is Caleb Gorham. I'm an artist from this area, and I'm
Yes.
a friend of James. I just called to ask James when his next project is coming out.
Oh, straight to the point. By the way, Caleb is very talented too. Great
Okay.
guy, great person overall. But great question, Caleb. Way to put me on the spot early. First or second quarter next year for sure. And I even say the title because this is the homie Cam. You feel me? But the name of the album is "Allow Yourself to Be Human."
So a whole project.
Yeah, it's a conceptual album, but we'll get there.
Okay, we're gonna have to dive deeper into that, Caleb. Caleb, I appreciate you for calling in and asking
you so
that
much, Caleb.
Asking that pointed question right there. I think we're gonna have to dive much deeper into that one. I appreciate you for calling in, Caleb.
Yeah.
Let's get up soon, broski.
All right. Be safe.
You too, man. That's what's up.
Cool. We had that's our second caller in the span of the whole show. First one today. So I like that. So
wow.
What was I think we were getting into this track by Jalen Jackson, an artist out of Atlanta.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and play this track. It's called Feel the Rush.
Feel the Rush?
Feel the Rush by Jalen Jackson. Let's see.
Let's do it.
She loves when they playing my music. Keep moving your body to it. Let me take you somewhere you won't lose it. I'm talking miles and miles away. Are you cool with it? Let's go, let's go. Just let me lead while you follow. And let the music take control over your body and your soul. Your soul. For your energy, I'll do whatever. Get lost in the moment if you let her. She say my voice just makes her better. Her weather. Do you feel a rush? 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 Do you feel a rush? 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 Lost in the trance where she go. Loving my songs, all she wrote. Never enough, she needs more. Even with tank on zero. Ain't no stopping her, she's going all night long. Only thing she want is me, that's all I know. Do you feel a rush? 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 Do you feel a rush? 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 Feel a rush?
That was Feel the Rush by Jalen Jackson.
Wow.
You can find him. I think you can find it on iTunes and Apple Music and all that good stuff. So anywhere you can find music, you can find that track.
And how you spell Jalen?
Jalen.
Okay. Straight and narrow.
Straight. Official Jalen Jackson on Instagram. Man, that track is hard.
Wow. First of all, I was there in Belize. 72 degrees outside. The wind breezing. Everyone outside. You seeing your loved ones just dancing, having a good time. And it's just that natural endorphins. Like, dopamine. You just it just feels great. So that was an experience. So shout out to Jalen Jackson.
And I think it has a visual to it too. So on YouTube, it has a visual. So he put out a music video.
All right, I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah, That's one of them ones. So once again,
Yeah.
I'm so proud to
Wow.
say that this is the first time it's being played on the airwaves in the
Wow.
Raleigh,
I'm
Durham
honored.
area.
I'm honored, man.
Yes.
That's-
Yeah, you got to experience it with me. We did it.
Thank
We-
you, man.
We just broke one of them ones. So that might go up to the top. That might go up to the top.
Jalen, keep going, bro. Please keep going, man. That's
So,
beautiful.
so let's bring it back to the RDU. I got
Let's do it.
somebody in here in the RDU.
Oh man.
So we already had the question. So I guess we kind of got to lead off with that one.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So what kind of music do you put out? What are you putting out? What's your, who are you and who are you as an artist?
How long we got?
No.
I'm joking. Man, who am I? I am someone who is focused, loving, compassionate, ambitious, but also scared, vulnerable, exposed.
You went deep real quick.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
You're an artist.
duality.
You're
like,
an artist.
Yeah, it's just that balance of everything. You know, I can't just limit myself and say like I'm this, because I could
Yeah.
be this today and then something tomorrow or when I leave here. So just everything all in one. You know,
Yeah.
a big pot of gumbo that's delicious.
I hear it.
You
I
know?
hear it. Man,
Yeah.
you multifaceted.
There you go.
Multifaceted.
Yes, sir.
So when you're making music, what's your genre of choice? The people don't know about you just yet. What's your genre of choice? You're
My
R-
genre would definitely be hip hop.
Okay.
Just to narrow it down.
Okay.
But I will say that first and foremost, my favorite genre of all time is jazz. My favorite album is Miles Davis. I can't say the first word, but the second word of the album is Brew.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
my favorite
Yeah.
album.
Yeah. I think we know.
Yeah. So, so I would say hip hop right now. What I like to do is really just explain to people that all complexities is just a bunch of simple things put together. So all I do is just break down the simple things and communicate it to where instead of me telling people what to think or how to think, it's like I'm showing you the power within yourself. So I'm just
Yeah.
being a mirror to you
Yeah.
at this point. So hip hop, to give you the
Yeah. No.
answer.
I want all of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hip hop and your favorite genre is jazz. So
Jazz.
there's a running theme. The last two guys that I had on the show, they were jazz studies.
Yeah.
You know, over at NCCU. And
Alan. Was
Alan was here, and then I had CJ Baker on before. So
Shout out to him.
So you like jazz?
I do.
It's it's interesting that I'm meeting so many people that like jazz this day, which you don't. I was brought up in a way that you didn't find a lot of younger people that were into jazz. So that's really cool, man.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Miles Davis, he throwing names around. Okay.
A little something. Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So your hip hop. I've seen a couple of your things that you just kind of here and there. Like we follow each other
Right.
on social media,
Mm.
and you have a almost like a spoken word feel to you. Like even like in our conversation right now, in our cadence, like the
Yeah.
way the first thing you did was named out 6 adjectives,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like you have that
Yeah.
kind of feel. Is that something that you're into, or that's just how you communicate?
That's just how I communicate. I think if I were to break it down, shout out to my mother who
Okay.
played a big role in just the man I became today. But I will say it's in me. It's not on me. I can't like sit here and emulate like what this is.
Yeah.
I kind of just be. So
Yeah.
it's just natural.
It comes off natural. It
Thank
comes
you.
off natural. Like if I didn't know you and I just listened to you for 20 minutes, I'd swear that you just sat down and wrote poetry. You just sat in a quiet room and wrote
That was an
poetry.
ugly laugh, but yeah, you're right though. I get that a lot. A lot of people think like I'm spoken word, I'm a vegan,
Yeah.
all that, and I'm not.
I'm not. I'll just be honest with you. I'm not.
I'm not. Yeah.
I'm not. Okay. Oh, random one here. Favorite fruit then. You just brought it up.
Pho, the Vietnamese dish.
Okay. See, you're not vegan, but you eat pho.
Yeah, I love pho. I mean, don't get me wrong. Now I get we can fry some chicken too. Now we get on the grill, get some burgers, hot dogs. It's nothing. I like to keep it simple, but like favorite dish of all time, pho. It's like
What got you into that?
I was sick one time and a friend of mine was like, here, try this. And I said, okay. And ever since I tried it, I was like, ooh, at first I liked it, but I only liked it. I was like, okay, I'll try this. I'll eat it when I'm sick. But
Right.
then my palate adjusted as I got older. And then I was like, ooh, I actually like this to where I could eat it like on my own time. So yeah,
That's not a common one over here in the States. If it's, a favorite food, you just don't hear people talking about, oh, I'm going to the store to get some pho. That's not how we do it.
What you want me to say? Rap snacks?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
With Bow Wow on the
Boozy
front.
rap snacks. That's my favorite. That is my favorite flavor, actually. But nah. But yeah, man.
No, that's cool. That's cool. So we got a multifaceted individual in here.
Thank you.
That his favorite food is pho. And then if you ask him to describe himself, he gives you 6 to 8 adjectives and kind of leaves you hanging. That's what
gotta give him cliffhangers.
That's what we're working with. So
yes, sir.
we were asked earlier, man. We had Caleb call in.
Yes.
Caleb.
Yes.
He's an artist here in Durham. Caleb,
Shout out to Caleb.
Reach out to me on Instagram. Let me see what you got going on. If you ever want to come on the show, let's see what we got going on. So we had Caleb call in and ask you a very pointed question.
Yes, sir.
What are you working on? When is it coming out? What are you doing?
So to answer that question, what I'm working on is an album, and the name of the album is Allow Yourself to Be Human. Just to give like a brief synopsis, because I can give 6 to 8 adjectives now, but we're gonna narrow it down because we're working on time schedule. So
that's all good. Go ahead.
But man. So the purpose of this album is to where I finally get to be present. I finally get to be in a space of being in the now. Projects that I had before, I used to like foreshadow and talk about the future and manifest and stuff, but this project, you really get a glimpse, of where I'm at in this current moment, to where a lot of the times within my artistry, I kind of hid behind the artistry and neglected the Damien, the human aspect of me. And I feel like we do that no matter what field we're in. So Allow Yourself to Be Human is just basically a check-in, right? Of who are you? What do you want to do? What do you like? We know what you don't like.
So,
right?
So I'm gonna guess all your tracks are just one word adjectives.
Almost. So I'll give you like a glimpse of like track names. I'll give you 3. The intro is It's Okay to Be Yourself, Black Man.
Okay.
That's the intro. The last song is Dope Art Makes Everyone Smile.
Wow.
And there is a song in there called, what's a good title? Cashmere Woods.
Wow.
Experiences.
Man, just the titles alone make me want to listen. Wow.
Emotion pictures.
Yeah. So it's a dive into you and allowing yourself to be you.
Right. But the audience and the people that's experiencing it, we're growing together.
Okay.
So it's not me saying, hey, this is what you have to do. This is me saying, this didn't work out.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to try it, you can, but I don't know if y'all want to do that. But look, let's figure this out.
It's a space to let yourself be vulnerable.
There you go.
That makes sense to me. I think I was saying it on a previous show, man. Something with music to me is it has to make you feel something. Whether it makes you feel good, bad, indifferent, that's neither here nor there, but just the idea that it makes you feel something, whether it's in the music. We heard Feel the Rush, and we both are moving. Like, you have to move with it, right? Whether it's that or whether it's the wording behind it, it's the story that's being told or the vulnerability.
Right.
Whatever the case is, I think music, and that's what we're talking about here, but in art in general, you look at a painting, it's supposed to make you feel a certain way. Exactly. You read a poem, it's supposed to make you feel, and maybe somebody feels a certain way. I think we have another caller. This is amazing.
This is cool. Shout out to y'all tuning in, man. Calling. What's up, y'all?
Caller, you are on the air. Who do we got?
Hi there. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Good, thank you. Am I speaking to Cameron or Mr. Leonardo?
You're speaking to both of us.
Well, hello, y'all. How are y'all doing today?
Good.
We're
How are
doing
you?
good. Who do we have the pleasure of talking to?
My name is Rachel. I'm from Greensboro.
How you doing, Rachel?
How you doing?
Good, thank you. So I have a question for Mr. Leonardo, if that's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I was wondering, Kamus, I love your album, Damien. And I was just wondering if you had any relationship advice for me.
Talk to me.
Okay, so I've been married for a year now.
Okay.
And since I've been married, our sex life hasn't been too great. So I was wondering if if you had any recommendations of what songs on the tracks to listen to while I make love to my husband.
Oh, on the album?
On Damien, that was my favorite. It's my favorite.
Something you can make love to.
Mm-hmm.
I have a song on there called Lush. Now, the song Lush is not your average song of making love and the vibe into it, but sometimes you need to feel sexy. You want to feel sexy for your husband, correct? You want to feel like this is mine, you're mine. You're not going anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
So Lush will give you that feel and that emotion to whether you could play it during it or before to get you hyped to take you there, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I love Lush. I do. I get ready to it in the morning.
Wow.
You know what? I'm going to try that. Thank you, Mr. Leonardo.
Of course, Miss Rachel. Thank you so much.
We are covering. Thank you, Rachel, for calling in and having that question, man. We are covering the spectrum of it.
Come on.
You're so welcome. I hope y'all have a great evening. I'll keep listening, okay?
And Miss Rachel, take care of yourself now. Don't be doing too much now. All right. Don't wear your husband out. You gotta save something for later, okay?
Bye.
All right.
Well, there you have it. We had Rachel out of Greensboro that wanted to know if there was any music that they could get intimate with. Man, we covering the spectrum today, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this show is getting kind of popular or something. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, you're doing the work. Y'all doing the work. Everybody here is doing the work.
And now,
takes a team.
You a part of it now, man. You on the team now.
I'm honored.
No, so okay. So now we talking about your album. Now we know even more about it now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were talking about the different tracks, what they were named and all that good stuff, and just kind of the vibe and the feel of it. So that's the project that you're working on. You're looking at what, maybe next year, kind of turning into February, March, somewhere?
Yeah, because fourth quarter is usually like the most competitive time for the industry.
Yeah, fourth quarter is hard for a lot of things.
Right, and then holidays and everything. So I kind of just utilize that time to like recoup and reset and plan out and map out the first 2 quarters of the next year, just so then that way I could work smarter and not harder. So yeah, next year is definitely, because I want to make sure it's quality product for the people, and I want to give people an experience. I don't want to just put the music out and then that's it, right? Like I want to have tangible items to where people can have and remember it, to where they can have a shirt and the QR code on the shirt, and they get it out their laundry and they're like, wait, new merch? Let me scan the QR code and then go straight to the website, and then boom, you know? So
you're looking at the whole scope. You're going to put out a whole project and the whole package behind it. I understand that. And so I heard you say something. I just want to ask the question. So you said quarters a couple times. That's kind of a business term. What makes you talk in those terms like that? Just kind of how you think?
Ooh, I wish I could sit here and be cool and act like I'm a business guru, but I'm not. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay.
But I will say, just as I was saying earlier about complexities being a bunch of simple things put together, time management is very complex, right?
And I appreciate you saying that. And one of the reasons I asked, business, whether you're a business person or not, that's neither here nor there. But it's the concept of, we're talking about music, and we're talking about, artists and musicians and poets and all that kind of stuff in the area. And last week, Alan, he kind of ended the show with it, saying, get your paperwork right. And so the concept that you're talking about time management, you're talking about the merch, you're talking about, putting out an experience and like really planning it out. It's so important, from as artists, you kind of, go down the rabbit hole of artistry. Yes. And whether you're a musician or whatever you are, and you put the hours, you put the work in to be good. But then there's the other side of it, right? There's the business side. There's the timing, like you said, fourth quarter is competitive. Like you have to think about all those things to set yourself up in the best way possible. And it's just kind of hearing you talk about that, it seems that you're thinking in those terms, which I appreciate you bringing that conversation out and saying that so that other artists can hear. Yeah, it's definitely about the music.
And I think I will add this too, Cam. I feel like nowadays, man, you can't just be an artist anymore. Right. Facts. You have to have some sort of versatility within you. you can't just make music anymore. Like you have to have a product. And I think a lot of people get caught on looking at results, right?
Yeah.
They only see the results of people and expect, oh, this is all I have to do is lock in the studio every day and record and get these albums out, and that's it. Like, no, you have to live life. You're not going to just rap about you being in the studio all the time.
Well, I think, who was it? Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
I think it was. She didn't put out music because she said she didn't have anything to talk. Like she didn't. Like
same with Andre 3000.
Yeah. 3 Stacks. He did the same thing. It's like, I need to go live life so that I have something to write about.
And I even have peers who like are still hip hop artists. They still rap and everything, right? But they just kind of said, you know what? Like I'm tired of actively seeking a music career.
Yeah.
I want to expand. And of course people see it as them retiring, right? But they just really expanded their portfolio to where now they can incorporate the music back into what they have on the platform that they're building now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I just think with the artists, man, to all the artists out there, y'all, like you have to find what you're good at and learn how to monetize off of that.
Yeah.
That's literally the name of the game. And owning your data.
That's big.
Owning your data, like contact list, emailing, phone numbers. Like when you partner with these like sponsorships and these endorsement deals, they're looking for numbers. They're looking for artists, right? They're looking for ticket sales. They're looking for ROI. They're looking for
ROI is return on investment.
Thank you. Return on investment. And you know, they're looking at stuff like that. So owning your data, you'll have more leverage when negotiating different deals. So y'all don't have to be on a label or anything. Like I am proof of that. I'm not saying that I'm the best or anything, but I was able to get my song on Fortnite 2 years in a row. Right. Wow. And sync licensing, that is the bag now. Yeah. That is the bag, especially if you're a minimal person. Like, you know, there's no right or wrong to what you want. Right. But a person like me, as long as my bills are paid, I'm good. Like, I don't like, I live life and I enjoy life, but I also enjoy the simple things in life. Yeah. Right. So, man, to all the artists out there, yo, like own your data. Like make sure you go out to these shows, get the emailing list. I know it's tedious. I know it's annoying, but I promise y'all in the long run, the stuff that you don't feel like doing right now, you might be by yourself. You might be alone and you might feel like, I need a team, but you got to bank on yourself. You got to gamble on yourself because when you do that, that's when people will come. Yeah. People don't want to help people that don't help themselves. Oh, I get it, man. I get it. And kind of building what we're doing right now, you know, you have to go out there and put your foot out, and then, you know, people will help, and people will come on the show. And you know, build it, they will come. That's what they say. And we need each other though.
Yeah, we need each other.
And
we need these conversations. So like I just had to, you know, take that moment. I heard you saying quarters, and now you're throwing terms out like ROI.
I'm sorry.
Know, well, no, that's perfect. That's perfect. that's you know, I want to, you know, I don't always want to, you know, come off and talk about the business side of things because that's what I do all the time. Yeah. But like having an actual artist, you know, just talk about it in free conversation. It's like, okay, you know, you understand it in a way that I don't, because I'm not an artist, right?
Right. It's really the same game, just different fields.
Yeah, it's the same game, different fields, different product, right? That's it. Different product, different service. So if you're an artist out there, there's going to be a running theme of the show in general, across the board, is making sure that, you know, everybody has a platform, but also just, you know, understanding, you know, the business behind it, and or understanding that there's more to it. There's more to this whole scope of things, and building the buzzword, building a brand.
Exactly.
You know, building a brand. Everybody's going to say it, building a brand. But that's real. You know, but that's real. And especially if you're an independent artist, even if you're trying to get signed, you know, that's just one of those things that you have to kind of understand and have to figure out, you know, through just different tactics. You know, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to do, you know, whatever they're trying to do. Right. But to think about those things. Perspectives. And just to think about it and have that in the back of your head. So So since we've been talking about business, we've talked about your album a little bit. You gave us a couple names. We had Rachel call in, and you gave her some advice.
Come on, shout out to Rachel.
You know, Mr. Leonardo with the advice today.
Well,
so you actually got a track. You got a track, Just Fly is the name of it. Just Fly. Okay. And we're gonna play that so the people can really know or at least hear a little bit of what you have going on and kind of get a preview of who you are. Does that make sense? Is this a pretty good indicator of the kind of music you make and you like?
Oh, for sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about the track, and then we'll play it?
Basically, Just Fly. Shout out to my homie Michael Rumpel. He actually produced and engineered the track. And he produced the album alongside with my homie Brian, aka Joyland, excuse me. But basically, Just Fly is a song about wanting to give up, and you're in that space of letting it go, but sometimes you forget that you got to get out that nest and you got to go. You can't just stay in the nest forever. You know, a caterpillar, if it don't become a butterfly, it dies.
That's a very interesting statement that we're going to talk about after we play the song. So, yeah, let's get into this track. We got Just Fly by Kamus Leonardo.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no. Let's see here. Remix. Stand by, guys.
It's a great song.
How do I get up here? I got my engineer in here.
What's up, man?
Kamus Leonardo, Just Fly. I think we're ready to go now.
Yes, sir. Mr. Clutch.
Woke up in the middle of the night. I don't let nobody see me cry. Reflecting on the traumas of my life. It's time to spread my wings and just fly. Woke up in the middle of the night. I don't let nobody see me cry. Reflecting on the traumas of our life. It's time to spread my wings and just fly. Dope art makes everyone smile. It's legit. Turn myself into a brand, so I gotta represent. Working as a server, trying to live off tips. I swear it's getting old, man. I almost said quit. My mama raised me better than that. At 8 years old, I was the man of the house. There's no enabling that. Used to watch cable and laugh. Fresh Prince on my TV, trying to follow that path. They telling lies through my vision. Cause learning how to be a man got difficult. I'm making sure I never settle for the minimum. I promise you it's deeper than the physical. Whatever you focus on becomes real as and you're allowed to outgrow whoever. They say that X marks the spot when I don't see no treasure. But whose map is it anyway? Now let me demonstrate. A breath of fresh air, time to ventilate. Woke up in the middle of the night. I don't let nobody see me cry. Reflecting on the traumas of my life. It's time to spread my wings and just fly. Woke up in the middle of the night. I don't let nobody see me cry. Reflecting on the traumas of our life. It's time to spread my wings and just fly. Hey mom, I need your help. I don't know how to heal. Been on survival mode for too long, now I can't deal. Lost a little confidence, looking for reassurance. I mean, I know I got it in me. My dreams becoming vivid. You told me never worry when I'm making my decisions. Knowing I'm not religious, you would still read subscriptions. Somehow it still applied, that's why I would listen. It's funny how life works, huh? Sometimes I wonder what you think about. Sometimes I wonder if you love yourself. Sometimes I wonder if you wonder all. Sometimes I wonder if it's something else. Sometimes I wonder what you think about. Sometimes I wonder if you love yourself. Sometimes I wonder if you wonder all. Woke up in the middle of the night. I don't let nobody see me cry. Reflecting on the traumas of my see me cry. Reflecting on the traumas of my life. It's time to spread my wings and just fly. Woke up in the middle of the night. I don't let nobody see me cry. Reflecting on the traumas of our life. It's time to spread my wings and just fly.
Wow.
Yo.
He's pretty dope.
Yeah, I like that track.
Yeah.
I really like that track. I was actually listening to it last night in the car.
What'd you think of it?
I like it.
Yeah.
And like now it makes a lot of sense when you were talking about just fly. Like it makes sense now. And it's interesting you were talking about flying away from the nest. Now I'm listening to the song like, wow. So I'm originally from Jackson, Mississippi. I'm originally from Jackson, Mississippi, grew up there till I was 18, graduated, came here to this area for school, NC State. Shout out.
Come on.
Wolfpack. But my parents used to say, we didn't give you wings to fly around the nest. We gave you wings to fly away. And so when you said when you made that statement before, and now listening to the song, and you go through these different things, and so I'm a product of moving away from home. I'm a product, so that concept of, going through those tribulations and making decisions and, having those internal struggles and external struggles is real. Is real. So yeah, it makes sense to me. It makes, I'm one of those people. It makes sense to.
Wow.
So that's a dope track, man.
That's beautiful.
And it goes back to our conversation we were talking about, 5-10 minutes ago. Music should make you feel something.
Come on, man.
Should make you feel something.
That made me feel something. I was like, wow, just even that moment of just the full circle.
Yeah.
And for it to unlock that and for you to even make that move and to see where you're at now. It speaks for itself, man. Keep up the good work, for real.
Yeah. No, it's a...
flying.
Yeah.
You flying, man. Cam, you flying.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yes,
so
sir.
y'all just heard Just Fly by Kamus Leonardo.
Yes, sir.
Can they find that anywhere?
Yes, on all streaming platforms. Kamus Leonardo, Kamus Leonardo. YouTube as well. You just type in Just Fly Kamus Leonardo. I spelled it out for you. I can spell it again if you need to. Kamus Leonardo. It's a little annoying, but I'm sure it'll pop up.
Like Leonardo da Vinci.
Come on.
Like
there's a connection with that too, right?
Really? I figured it was. That's kind of why I said it. But go ahead.
You want to know where the name came from?
I would like to.
Okay, I got
the
you.
people want to know.
All right. Ooh, look. All right. Ooh. But nah, man. So Kamus came from my name originally from my father that he gave to me as a youngin was Kamus, and it stood for spoken leader, right? Fast forward into like high school, I was like playing lacrosse and stuff. I remember before the lacrosse, I was making music with my friend Jones Michael. Shout out to Jones Michael.
Shout out.
He's the reason why like I have artist development today and just the practice, right? We were playing Super Smash Bros, the game, right? And the character that I always used was Samus. And at the time his name was Key One. And I was like, ooh, we should form a group, call it K Squared. So I was like, ooh, what should my name be? So I remember we had the homies over and I was playing the game. And then, the announcer at the end, Samus! Right? So when I heard that, it just felt good. And I was like, ooh. But then my brain clicked. So then I was like, take out the S, add the K, Kamus. So then after that, it's two more steps. After that, with my lacrosse team, I had asked, I was like, hey, y'all, do y'all like Kamus or Kamus? Everybody's like, ooh, I like Kamus. That sounds cool. I like that. I said, okay, I'm going with Kamus. Right? And then the third
in
step.
true fashion.
Come on. And then the third step was my friend Dita. She's Indonesian. And she actually hit me up randomly and was like, hey, your name is Indonesian, right? And I was like, no, what is it? And she was like, it means dictionary.
Wow.
So in Indonesian, Kamus means dictionary, right? So then Leonardo, of course, when you put Kamus, a lot of Indonesian stuff will pop up. So it's not really good for marketing, branding, and outreach, right? So I had to switch it up. So at first it was going to be Kamus Elliott because my middle name is Elliott. But then I was like, that sounds too proper. Like, everybody's going to expect spoken word and everything. Already with Kamus Leonardo, right? So the Leonardo came about because of Leonardo da Vinci. And one of my favorite quotes from him was, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication.
Wow.
So that's kind of what I adapted into my artistry, right? And also I found out that Leonardo means a brave lion, and I'm a Leo.
Wow, so you just putting it all together.
So it found me, right?
Yeah.
So the name Kamus Leonardo is a brave lion who defines itself. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the. I don't know if you guys could actually hear it, but that was just like a paw.
Look.
Yeah, that was like a pin just dropped in here with that one. Man, that's dope. See,
Thank you. Man.
We started the show off. This is actually our first time having a real conversation, right?
Yeah.
And so we started the conversation off. He gave us a whole bunch of adjectives talking about he eats food.
Yeah.
And now, we're coming to the bottom of the hour, and he's talking about simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication, and my name is a brave lion because I'm a Leo, and it's multifaceted.
It's a lot.
He said he was multifaceted, and he has proven it over and over again in the span of about 40 minutes. Man, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, look, the phone lines are still open. We got about 10 more minutes on the show. The phone lines are still open. That's 919-899-9305. Hey, I'm Cameron McCarty. We have Kamus Leonardo in here with us. We've been talking music. We've been talking a little bit of business. We've been having a good time. We had a couple callers on the show. So, hey, if you want to call in, you still got time.
Call in, y'all.
919-899-9305. And hey, at this point, I think any question is a good question. I don't know, man.
At this point, y'all, it doesn't even have to be about music. You saw Rachel; she called with relationship advice.
Yeah, she wanted relationship advice.
I mean, Cam and I, we're pretty experienced people. We don't know it all, but we know a little something.
But we'll try. So this is turning into a variety show.
Come on, man. It's like therapy.
It's like therapy. So tell people. So we know we got Just Fly, Just Fly by Kamus Leonardo. Go find that. You got a project coming out at the beginning, or sometime in the beginning of the year, next year in 2024.
Yes, sir.
Will you be performing anywhere, like open mics or anything like that? Where can people see you at if they want to come check you out and get some more advice?
Okay. Not the advice. Well, if you want to get more advice, and also, come see a good show, just vibe, connect as humans. I actually have a show this Thursday at Ruby Deluxe, I believe, and the show starts, it's kind of a late show because it's after Bikini Bingo. It's at Ruby Deluxe in Raleigh.
Okay.
So it's late night Thursday. I'll be performing alongside with the band called Penalty Box, and artist name, their name is Violet.
So we got Kamus Leonardo, Penalty Box, shout outs, and who was the other one? Violet. So shout out to those two artists. If you're listening, hey, give me a call.
Yeah, come on, call in.
So, and that's at Ruby's Deluxe in Raleigh. And what's the date on that again?
Thursday. So that is 21st.
So September 21st. September 21st.
Yes, sir.
Thursday, yes, sir. Ruby's Deluxe.
Yes, sir.
And what time? You said it was a late show.
It was a late show, so I believe 9.
9.
Yes.
9. So Thursday at 9. They say Thursday is the baby Friday.
Yeah.
So some people say that. So there's no reason that some people shouldn't show up, right?
No reason. I mean, it's Thursday. I know everybody's working. As we said, inflation is real. So I know majority of our time is going into doing what we have to do. But if you all just have some free time Thursday night, if you want to just come out and vibe with us, chat, we can even talk about life. We don't even have to talk. You can just come and get some good music and then dip.
And then dip out.
Because I understand people, social anxiety is real. It's
real.
It's real. I have friends who are introverts. So it's like, hey, just come get these vibes and come get this love. I have an abundance of it. That's what it's here for. So.
Yeah. I always, want to make sure, whatever you got coming up, I want to put that out there. Ruby's Deluxe on this Thursday. Ruby's Deluxe. Come out and see Kamus Leonardo.
Yeah.
And you also have a podcast too, right?
Yeah. So, okay. So it's not really a podcast. So basically I have a concept. It was called Are We Recording? Right. And for me, man, I was just tired of seeing everybody just kind of doing podcast and just talking about women this and men that and alpha this, alpha that, and gold digger, and it just got
buzzwords.
You know what I mean?
The buzz topics at this point.
So like I felt like what was the void that was missing was authenticity. Yeah. So I wanted to find and utilize a concept to where I could sell authenticity authentically. So with Are We Recording, it's like even if you see it, it says podcast in quotations because it's me poking fun at people who's taking it so serious, right? But for me, it's like I'm the vibe.
Yeah.
So all I did was get the homies, and I apparently just have talented, amazing people around me who I get inspired by, and I just wanted to talk to them, and I already do it in real life. So it's not like I'm just doing it.
Are we recording this?
Yeah, it's like, are we recording? Like that's the concept, right? So then, shout out to my homies, because if it wasn't for them, the whole concept wouldn't have came about, because we were all just kicking it, hanging out, and then I was like, y'all, let me record some stuff. So it's just a way of saying, y'all don't have to have a major production like we were speaking on. You know? Just get your phone, tripod, utilize your resources, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what that was, man. It was just like for fun, just kind of like show people, but people actually really liked it. So now I got to take it serious, and revamp it and package it different.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's being I'm about to butcher this word, industrious.
Ooh,
I think it is.
Great word.
Yeah.
Great word.
Yeah. I think that's one of those vocabulary words you learn in like 7th grade or something like that.
Great word. Yeah.
Industrious.
Yeah.
Using your resources. So so check out Kamus Leonardo. He has a show coming up on Thursday.
Yes.
He has Just Fly. If you were listening to the show earlier, and even if you weren't, we played a track out of Atlanta by Jalen Jackson. It's called Feel the Rush. It's one of them ones. It's one of them ones. You want to hear that song. Find him, official Jalen Jackson, on Instagram and Facebook and all those places. Go check those tracks out.
Yes.
So happy I was able to play both of those tracks on the radio today.
Nah, for sure.
And
great songs.
Yeah, both of them great songs. They make you feel something. One makes you want to move. The other one makes you want to think a little bit about what you got.
And I'm working on that. Like I really appreciate Rachel calling in, because like I really want to expand my artistry, because being a conceptual person, like I don't know if you've ever like dealt with people who rap per se, but they kind of get put in the conscious rap box.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
So it's like,
totally.
It kind of sucks, because when you're put in certain boxes, right? It's sad that it's really within our community, but that's a whole nother conversation. But when you get put in these boxes, you're limited, and you can't really showcase what you really want to do, right? So I love R&B music, but I can't sing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I still want to find a way as an artist to create that vibe, like Rachel said. Like, what can I play to where, me and my husband can have sexy time?
Yeah.
And I want to be able to do that. Like, I don't limit yourself. You know what I mean?
Got to stay multifaceted. And
That's
but
it.
in order to stay multifaceted, you have to keep trying things and like expanding yourself. So if there's any takeaway, stay multifaceted, get your business together, think about the business, think about the brand that you're creating. If you're an artist, that's going to be a running theme. At the very top of the show, we talked about Families and Communities Rising, nonprofit organization. Go check them out. FCR, they're out of Durham. Bull City Summit. If you want to see them in action, they're at Bull City Summit. Hey, we got to get off of here. We're at the bottom of our hour. Kamus, I appreciate you for coming on. I appreciate everything you got going on, man. Let's keep this thing going.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's Cameron McCarty, and this is RDU Live on Oak 93.5. We're here every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Hey, lock in. And like I like to say, let's go live.
Let's go live.